Hello my dear friends, I am Professor Vayam Khan and this is the part 2 of our unit number 2 block diagram and signal flow graph of our subject automatic control system. In last video we have started this new unit and we have gone through some of the basic components of block diagram. In today's video we will study some of the algebra about reducing the block diagram. Okay, now without spending a lot of time, I'll request you to subscribe my channel, like this video and share this video. Let us start. Today we will discuss what is block diagram reduction. Whenever you are saying reduction, that means you are reducing a larger thing into a smaller thing for simplification. In this particular block diagram reduction, there will be a block diagram, a complete physical systems representation will be there. We have seen the definition of block diagram. We have studied the components of block diagram. It says that block diagram is nothing but a pictorial representation of your physical system, which consists of number of blocks. So there will be a possibility where the number of blocks are in large quantity. So you have to reduce these number of blocks into a single block, and that single block will represent the whole physical system. Once a block diagram of a control system is obtained, the next step is to analyze the block diagram. We have to analyze, we have to study the block diagram. Okay. It is pointless to analyze blocks individually. It is not possible for us to study the individual blocks and get their outputs and then calculate your output of the whole system. Remember that a block diagram is a representation of physical system, the total physical system that we are considering. Okay, and this total physical system will have some small blocks in it. So every time studying the smaller blocks and then coming to the conclusion is not possible for us. That's why we reduce these number of blocks into a single block, and that single block is called as block diagram reduction. That process is called as block diagram reduction. Okay, why we do this? Because the overall transfer function of entire control system is dictated by the system behavior. The whole system behavior can only be studied when whole blocks or every block of the diagram is considered. Okay, now that does not mean that we have to go block to block every time. Okay, so it is thus necessary to simplify the block diagram to a single block, or equivalently to find overall transfer function so that the system behavior can be studied. Reducing a block to a single block representing the transfer function of the entire control system is known as block diagram reduction. Okay, so this is the block diagram reduction. What we will do in this block diagram reduction, there will be a physical system given to us. Okay, probably it will be given directly into the block format or in a block diagram, or if it is not given like that, then that physical system is to be converted into a block diagram. Okay, now this block diagram will have number of blocks in it. Now based on their comparison with each other or their relation with each other, will reduce these number of blocks into a single block, which will be having one input and one output, and from this input and the transfer function of the reduced block, we can calculate the output of the whole system. Okay, so let us take one example that we have already studied. This is a diagram. You know that this is a velocity controller of a tape recorder. It is having a potentiometer, then there is an amplifier, then there is a DC motor, there is a tachometer which gives us feedback at this point. Okay, so this whole physical system is then converted to a block diagram this block is having some value, so potentiometer is represented by K1, your differential amplifier is represented by K2, your motor is represented by Km by S, tau ms plus 1, and your tachometer is represented by K into S. Now this block diagram is having three different blocks, K1, K2, this Km and Ks. These are four blocks present in this block diagram. Now what we have to do, we have to simplify it into a singular block. We'll study that how to simplify it, but let us see how it gets reduced to a single block. So this is your original block diagram, and this is the way you represent it in a reduced form. So the reduced form of this system is like this. It says K1 into K2 into Km divided by S, tau ms plus 1 plus K2 Km Ks, and based on this transfer function, based on the input given to it, we can calculate the output of this whole system within some minutes. Okay. Now this figure gets reduced to single block, and it is very easy for us to calculate the output based on this whole transfer function, because this is a simplified form and you can only put the values of K1, K2 and the remaining things in it, and you will get the output based on this relation of Rs with this transfer function. So how to reduce this? How to reduce these blocks when they are like this or when they are like this? Okay, so how to reduce it? So there are some rules. There is some algebra which is related with your block diagram reduction. So we'll study that algebra first, then we'll study some rules how to reduce the blocks, and then we'll in actual solve some of the numericals. Okay, so let us see block diagram algebra. So block diagram algebra is nothing but the algebra involved with basic elements of the block diagram. This algebra deals with the pictorial representation of your algebraic equations. So this is pictorial representation. So related with this, there is some algebra which is related, which is having relation between this. So that relation is represented in a pictorial form, and it is having some algebraic equations. So there are basic three equations, or you can say there are basic three connections for block. Number one is your parallel block, then there is your series, then there is your feedback type of basic connections for blocks, and we'll study it one by one. So first one is series connection. This series connection is having two blocks connected in series with each other. You have seen the resistance and capacitance, or you can say resistance with another resistance in a series. When they are when the output of one element is connected to the input of another element, then it is said to have the series connection. This series connection is also called as cascade connection. Okay, it is also called as cascade connection. Now in this particular connection, type of connection, two blocks are connected in series with each other. So there is one input to first block, that is your X of S, then there is output of this G1 of S block, that means block number 1, and that output is represented by Z of S, and this Z of S is input for the next block, and this block is also having an output. Okay, but the overall output is your Y of S, and overall input is your X of S. For this particular diagram, for this series connection, there is one input X of S and there is one total output, that is Y of S. So for this type of combination, the output of the combination is simply given by the product of the gains of the both blocks. Okay, like if the output, total output is Y of S, then your Y of S is given by, here it is given by Y of S. How you calculate it in if it is a single block? If consider this as a single block here only, so your Y of S is dependent on gain multiplied by input. Your input is Z of S, your gain is G2 of S, so your output is G2 of S into Z of S. Okay, the input multiplied by gain is your output. Okay, so Y of S, you know it. Now you have to calculate Z of S. Okay, now the value of Z of S is, how you get value of Z of S? Again, input multiplied by gain or transfer function. So input is X of S multiplied by transfer function G of S, that is equals to Z of S. So Z of S is equals to G1 of S into X of S. So you simply put the value of Z of S obtained from this equation into the original equation. You get Y of S is equals to G2 of S into G1 of S into X of S. Okay, so you can say that it is equals to G1 of S, G2 of S into X of S. Okay, now this is a converted form of your equation. Now let us more simplify it. Okay, how the whole gain of the system will be calculated, that we have to do, because we are reducing it. We do not want to do this number of equations, we do not want to do this number of calculations, because there are 2 blocks. It is only 2 blocks now, but there is possibility of having 4 blocks, 5 blocks, number of blocks connected with each other in a series. So in that case, how to reduce this block into a single block? Now if you compare this equation with the standard form of our output equation, that is Y of S is equals to G of S. G of S is nothing but combination of this G1 and G2, G of S into X of S. X of S is your original input, so original input into the combined gain is equals to combined output Y of S. Okay, now this G of S, if you compare this G of S, it is equal to G1 of S into G2 of S. This is the multiplication of gains of block 1 and block 2. So if you compare this gain 1 multiplied by gain 2 with the G of S, you will get the relation between the series connection. It says that means we can represent the series connection of 2 blocks with a single block. Okay, the transfer function of this block is the product of transfer functions. जो भी सीरीज कनेक्शन में ब्लॉक्स लगेंगे, इनका जो रिड्यूस फॉर्म रहेगा, इनका जो रिड्यूस्ड ब्लॉक रहेगा, वो बनेगा by multiplying gain of first block with the gain of second block. So if you multiply G1 of S into G2 of S, you will get the reduced block. Okay, and this reduced block will give us the original actual output with respect to the actual input. So your actual input is X of S and your actual output is Y of S. So similarly, you can represent number of blocks with a single block by using this algebra. What in series connection, what the algebra says, that whenever you want to reduce a series connection, you have to multiply, you have to take the product of the transfer function of the number of blocks. जितने भी ब्लॉक रहेंगे उसको क्या करो, सिंपली एक दूसरे से मल्टीप्लाई करो और उसको रिड्यूस कर दो सिर्फ एक ब्लॉक में. अब यहाँ पर G1 ऑफ S, G2 ऑफ S है. अगर मैं चाहता हूँ, मेरे पास में 3 ब्लॉक्स है, सो इट विल बी G1 ऑफ S, G2 ऑफ S एंड देन देर विल बी G3 ऑफ S. जो भी उसका ट्रांसफर फंक्शन रहेगा उससे आपको क्या करना है, मल्टीप्लाई करना है. सो दिस इज द अलजेब्रा of series connection. The transfer functions gets multiplied with each other. There is product. Okay. Now let us see about the parallel connection. Now this is a parallel connection. This is G1 of S. There is one block. Then there is G2 of S. There is another block. There is one input which is given to G1 of S as well as G2 of S. Okay. So same same input is given to one block and block number 2. We are getting output as Y1 of S and y2 of s, which is again combined with this point, and the combined output is y of s. So this is a summing point. All of you know that this is a summing point, okay, because summing point is represented by a circle in by a cross into a circle. So circle is having a cross here, and it is both y1 and y2 is coming into it, and y of s is going out of it. So you know that y of s will be equal to y1 plus y2. So y of s is equals to y1 plus y2. That is the output that we are getting from this parallel combination, where G1 and G2 are in parallel with each other because their outputs are different. Okay, now how to reduce it into a single block, that we have to study. So y1 of s is equal to G1 of s and x of s, G1 of x and x of s. Similarly, y2 of s is G2 of s into x of s, and if you put this in equation number 1 like this equation, you will get this form of equation, that is y of s is equals to G1 of s x of s plus G2 of s x of s. If you take x of s common from here, you will get G1 plus G2 of s into x of s. Now compare this equation with the standard output. What is our standard output? Y of s is equals to G of s. G of s is nothing but combination of these two. So G of s into x of s. G of s into x of s. Now if you compare this with this equation, it gives us G of s is equals to G1 of s plus G2 of s. That means in a parallel connection, the reduced transfer function is the sum of the transfer functions of the two blocks. जो दोनों blocks है उनके transfer function अगर आप add करोगे तो आपको मिल जाएगा इसका reduced form in case of parallel combination. So parallel में क्या होगा, gains जो रहेंगे उनका addition हो जाएगा, okay, it will get reduced to the addition form, और यहाँ पर दो का ब्लॉक एक में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज योर x of s, then this is your g of s, which is equals to G1 of s plus G2 of s is equals to y of s. And similarly you can represent the parallel connection of n blocks with a single block by using this algebra, which says add or sum up the transfer functions of number of blocks to get the reduced block. Okay, so this is the second type of connection, and the third one is feedback connection. As we have discussed in earlier chapters that there are two types of feedbacks. One is positive feedback and another one is negative feedback. So the following figure shows a negative type of feedback control system. Here we have two transfer functions. One is g of s, another one is h of s. Okay, so both look like a parallel type of connection, but they are not parallel exactly, because you cannot directly say that it is parallel to each other, because the output of the first block is input for the h of s, which is having output, say it is b of s, which is given as input to the error signal of the block number 1. Now let me explain first how this happens. So there is your input x of s. Okay, this is error signal which is generated by comparing the input with the feedback signal. Say feedback signal is b of s, so this is b of s, the feedback signal is b of s here, say it is b of s. Okay, now this b of s will be compared with this x of s and will get the value of e of s. So e s will be equal to xs minus bs, because here the minus sign is present, so therefore xs minus bs will be equal to e of s. Now this e of s is input for g of s. Okay, now this is gain, this is input, this is output. So y of s is equals to g of s into e of s. Okay, that is your output, but the ES is again dependent on B of S, which is the feedback of our output. So Y of S is dependent on this H of S. Okay, so let us see the relation between it. So E of S is equals to this, E of S is equals to X of S minus B of S that I said. So B of S is what? Output of this feedback element. B of S is output of this one. So output of this one is what? H of S multiplied by Y of S. So B of S is equals to H of S into Y of S. Okay, now the output Ys is Ys GS. Ys is equals to GS into ES, ES into GS. Now substitute the value of ES into this equation, you get this equation, which is again reduced to Y of S divided by X of S, Y of S divided by X of S, which is equals to G of S divided by 1 plus GS HS, 1 plus GS HS. Okay. Now whenever output is divided by input, it gives the transfer function. It is nothing but transfer function of the block, the whole block. Okay, so if you divide Y of S by X of S, you get the transfer function of the whole system, of the whole system. So your transfer function of this whole system is GS divided by 1 plus GS into HS. Now this is the case for negative type of feedback system, where this 1 plus G of S, H of S we are getting here, but for the case of positive feedback, it will be like 1 minus GS of G of S into H of S. Now this whole diagram can be reduced to a single block by using this transfer function, by using this transfer function, which says G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S, where G of S is the gain of the original block, H of S is the gain of your feedback element, and if you want to reduce it, you will get it like this. Okay, if it is a negative feedback, then minus plus sign will be here. If it is a positive feedback, minus sign will be here. So this is all about the algebra of your block diagram reduction. In next video, we'll see some more rules, and then we'll begin with the numericals in actual. Okay, till then, please stay safe, stay at home, and keep learning. Thank you.